Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Shifting Tones, a podcast with spooky tones and haunting formats. That's right, today it is Halloween! Happy Halloween, everyone!
Yes, happy Halloween! Witchy vibes to everyone across all the lands and seas.
That's right, but not in the outer space. They don't deserve it.
No, the aliens can have a spooktacular time in their own way, just not witchy.
Well, I don't know. Do the people on the International Space Station celebrate Halloween?
I mean, actually, that's a fun fact. Our astronauts did come back. The ones that were stranded up there.
Okay.
Okay.
How you guys doing? How's everything
Did you even
going?
introduce us?
No. I think everybody knows you guys by now, but if they don't,
No.
I believe their names are Stefan and Luis or something like that, right?
Luis. Oh, that's fun. I think that'd be a fun name for me if I had to pick another one, but that's not my name.
The guy version of mine is Steven with the PH.
Steven, yeah. And I guess, Larissa, you'd be like Lawrence or Larry or something?
I was going to say
What?
Larry.
No, I like Louis. Come on.
You wanna be
Lorenzo?
Louis, I
Lorenzo?
guess, yeah. All right, well, anyways, Larissa and Steph, how are you guys doing? We had a very fun-filled, packed weekend. Who wants to dive in? I guess, Steph, you were the one that hosted the party, so why don't you jump in first?
Yeah, we've been kind of hyping it up a little bit on the podcast. Not that much, but we've been talking about it for sure. So we had a Halloween party, and I hosted it with my husband at our house. So it was pretty fun. It went pretty smoothly, I should say.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I felt like I was very busy. I was just like going around tidying, talking here and there, making sure things are good. And then I had to like leave to go pick up food and just like, just making sure I was like hosting and making sure everyone was having a good time. But
Had to pick up food in full costume too, right?
Yeah, I went to the place. It wasn't that bad because like my sister came with me and she was in full costume, so I didn't look like just crazy. But I looked more so normal in normal costume, but it definitely was like off-putting because it's like people could probably be like, yeah, that's obviously a wig. Like, like what is this? It's just normal clothes and a wig. So luckily, like my sister was Frodo, so it's like people could probably be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is a costume, something
Halloween,
or other.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Or a mother is taking her daughter out to go trick-or-treating.
Could be. But yeah, it was pretty good. The food was yummy. I don't know. You guys were there as guests. What were your opinions? How did you have, or what did you think? Did you have a good time? I hope.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I had a blast. I think you guys did a very good job hosting. A lot of fun games, good prizes. Overall, just a great party. You guys have that massive bonfire pit in the back now where you can burn like 12 whole trees at once if you wanted.
Yeah. It's a nice, well, it's a little slanted, but it's a nice bonfire pit because you can fit like a huge amount of stuff and have like a bigger fire than normal. So I really like it just because, when it gets cold out, it's a nice warm fire.
Absolutely. What about you, Larissa? What did you think of the party?
The only thing that I was upset about was that I missed the sacrificial ceremony before the bonfire. Oh my goodness! Before the fire started, I was inside chatting it along, and then I came outside, and everyone's like, "Wow, you missed the sacrifice." I was like, "What's going on? Like, did you do some like fake scary story thing, around the fire?" And then I noticed there was like bones around the fire pit.
Okay, yeah, I don't know. I think you put that there, Sam, right? You,
yeah.
our
So
friend.
Andy and I went out about an hour or two before the fire, maybe even earlier, and we were just kind of walking around looking at the fire pit, and then we saw a bunch of like small sticks and kindling on the ground, so we just put that in the middle, and then we found a ton of bones back there from a deer that had died.
Yeah.
And we kind of just picked up the big ones that we could find and put them around the fire so it looked creepy.
Well, it worked on me.
Yeah, and then you and one of our other friends found a whole skull with the antlers on it later, right, Steph?
Yeah, there's two deer that, like, I don't know why. They're just there. They passed away, whatever. It happens. It's nature, circle of life. But yeah, the one I knew, it had the full skull was there with antlers attached still, and that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Super cool.
And then the other one was like, I don't know about that skeleton, like the rest of it. I don't know where it's at or if it's just fully buried at this point. But the other one was fresher. And that's the one where the bones are kind of scattered about. And then, then one of our friends wanted all the bones. And I said, you know what? That's perfect because I had no idea what to do with them.
Sure.
So
Right.
I
So
gathered.
you got your bone bag out.
Yeah, well, I gave him a little grocery bag, and then he went around collecting all the pieces, and I said, perfect. And they said, next time we come, we'll take the rest and like bring a shovel to dig the rest out. I said, you know what? Go for it, because what am I supposed to do with those?
Right.
I have no use for them. I don't collect bones. I don't really care.
Sure.
To be fair, his wife is also an anthropologist, so
yes.
So it makes sense. It makes sense.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. And just for context, dear listeners, these bones, like this was not like fresh, as in like, oh, this deer passed away this season. Like, no, this deer probably passed away like 10 years ago. Like those bones were bleached.
The first one.
Yeah.
The second one was more not like that though.
And the third one was a live deer walking around.
But just for we live a little more in the country, so we have a lot of stuff like nature around. So I'm sure there's more bones on the property somewhere.
And while the fire was going on, me, Steph, and another friend did some quick-minute ghost hunting on Steph's haunted property.
Yes.
We were just like downloading some apps on our phone to be like, let's do a little test run for a potential ghost hunt, because we've like talked about that before, about how we might do a shifting tones ghost hunt, and that would be really fun. But we were like, you know what, let's play around, let's go. And then so we started like walking around, and then we picked up on a trail near a tree, and we were trying to talk to ghosts under the tree.
We talked to tons of ghosts under the tree. They wouldn't shut up half the time.
Oh, wow. I do remember, because after the fire, we came in for a spooky movie, not a marathon. We just watched one, and then we realized what hour it was and then went to bed. But Steph, I remember you saying, oh, Noah, they said Noah. What was the deal with that? Because I had a feeling it had something to do with your ghost tour.
Oh, yeah. Well, when we like approached this tree and we were trying to ask questions, I got like this quote unquote like spirit box type of app. Not that it's super reliable, just because it's a smartphone app.
Right.
But the name Noah came up, and I was like, oh, is your name Noah? And then had like no response after that, right? But then in the movie, one of the characters' names was like Noah, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a crazy coincidence, because I just like did that app and Noah came up. Right. So that was kind of a funny little, that's why I said it.
Right. Speaking of the movie, we watched VHS Beyond. It's part of a movie series called VHS, where it's little anthologies inside an overall arching movie. And so there's like VHS 1, 2, Viral, like 80s and 90s one, and then this one is VHS Beyond, and it's all about alien stuff or abductions and stuff. And there was one episode that I really loved, which was the dog episode.
No, I hated that one to the core of my being. Please never say that you like.
So if you like dog people, go watch VHS Beyond. It's a hilarious movie.
Yeah, your hint is Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, no kidding. But any other parts of the weekend, Larissa, that you enjoyed, or anything you wanted to bring up?
Yeah, so Sam and I are social butterflies. So not only did we go to Steph's fantastic Halloween party, we went to your brother's Halloween party the day before, and we won third place for their costume contest. So
that's right. Yes. Yep.
We were pretty cool. And I don't think we told the listeners what our costumes were.
No, I think we'll post it on social media. So if you guys are curious, you have to go there and look at it and like it. Mm-hmm. That's just the rules. I'm sorry, I don't make them, but you know, those are the rules created by the Halloween gods.
Absolutely. So yeah, we'll keep the suspense alive on that one then, and you'll find out why my costume won third place.
And at that Halloween party, we had quite a few fans lining up to talk with us. We were treated like royalty. They even said when they opened the door for us, "Watch out, celebrities coming through."
They did not.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, did they? I missed that.
It was pretty funny. I
really
thought so.
good.
And we had two friends who never listened before download and give us 5 stars. So that was cool.
Yeah, that was
shout out. You know who you are. Thanks for listening. Thanks for supporting.
But yeah, that was a fun part of the weekend. Anything else weekend related before I hop into my little corner?
Oh, your controversial corner?
The controversial one.
I bought a new video game that just recently came out, and I've been playing it, and it's super fun. It's I've been reliving my whole childhood, basically. It's the Sonic X Shadow Generations. Wow. It's been so fun. I'm only like 2 hours into the game, but
interesting.
And you got day one release edition, right?
I did, yes. So I pre-ordered it, which this is like the first time I've done like a big video game thing in a really long time.
Sure.
Usually I just kind of stick to Animal Crossing and Minecraft, but
yeah.
I've been having a good time with it. It's been fun, so I've been excited to play. And the other thing is that recently I got a Tamagotchi from the store. I couldn't help myself. I've been wanting one. The Tamagotchi I've been taking care of over the weekend died. So
oh no,
I'm on baby number 2.
Oh.
Turns out you shouldn't feed them snacks when they're very young because they'll just die despite them being perfectly healthy and happy. Full hearts on all the boards, and then it just died. And I said, okay.
Just like real children.
Yeah, I had to Google it, and I was like, oh.
Thank you, Steph, for sharing. Thank you, Larissa, for sharing. It's now time for the Controversial Corner 2024. Steph, this one is for you specifically.
Oh,
and I guess others out there that may have the same opinion as you. Ren fairs are just medieval anime conventions.
Yes.
So on our way out to your house, we drove past a Ren fair that was currently happening, and the line for traffic was crazy. It was backed up on the highway.
It's pretty bad, that one. It's just bad because it's a narrow road right by the highway, and traffic is horrible there because there's nowhere else to go.
And I believe I remember you saying in the past that you've tried a Ren fair, and you were bored at it, and there was, it wasn't.
It's not my cup of tea. Yeah. It's not my cup of tea. Just because, like, anything like medieval fantasy, like that type of genre, I don't know. I'm just not that interested in it, and I've never been.
But that's where my point comes in. It's you get to dress up, cosplay, whatever you want, and then you get to eat really good food like mutton and big old turkey legs, and there's sword fighting and panels and music and entertainment and just really fun stuff. I get it's probably not your cup of tea, but they are essentially just cons outside.
There's artisan makers. Yeah. It's basically an anime convention, but outdoors, just for a different like subject material wise. Yeah,
absolutely. So if you don't agree with me, that's the controversial take, I guess. Number 2, this is something I found out today. Only 2 people have won a Kids' Choice Awards Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh, please don't bring this up.
No, because it's funny on the recent. So there's only 2 people ever have.
I hate this.
One is disgraced and horrible human Dan Schneider.
Yep.
Who won a Lifetime Achievement Award. And then, of course, shortly after he won the award, then all the stuff started coming out more and more, and the documentary and stuff like that. But the only other person, quote unquote person, to win a Lifetime Achievement Award is Optimus Prime. And I think that's hilarious.
Well, they had
Optimus Prime,
come back.
Yeah, I was about to say, was compared to Dan Schneider. Obviously, Optimus Prime has done more for us. He has saved humanity multiple times. He has taken on the Decepticons and has brought peace to our world.
So is the difference just like one is like once, like it's got the years on it, the other one's just lifetime all the time?
Yeah, so apparently there's the classic awards you win for like, best comedy, best actor, that kind of stuff. And then there's a VIP award you win and stuff. But this is a lifetime achievement. Like you've done something
goofy
for Nickelodeon over the time, over the course of history. It probably happens to be that Transformers is owned by Paramount. Paramount owns the Nickelodeon, so
I'm surprised it's not like SpongeBob over than like Optimus Prime over SpongeBob. I feel like SpongeBob should get that rather than Optimus.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, SpongeBob pretty much single-handedly built Nickelodeon. Well, saved Nickelodeon, right? I would say.
Well, yeah, I would say so. Like, when I think Nickelodeon, that's the first thing I think of is SpongeBob.
Oh, absolutely. That and slime.
That's true.
But that's actually all I have for my controversial corner, just those 2 things.
Well, yeah, they had a real doozy on their hands, so in order to restore the honor of the award, they had to give it to a fake character.
Gotta give it to Optimus Prime.
Yeah, I don't think there was supposed to be more than one.
Yeah.
Whoops.
But let's see. None of that is a segue. There was no segues in today's topic.
Sam, I'm hungry and I want something sweet.
Oh, wow, Steph. What a great segue.
That's so good.
Into today's episode, which is Halloween candy tier list.
Ooh.
Obviously, you know that if you clicked on the episode to listen to it, because that's probably the title. But that's what we're doing today. We have a list of about 60 to 70 candies. I don't know if we'll get through all of them. I'm going to try to. because not a lot of them need up for debate or anything, or at least like a whole conversation about. But we have a wide range from chocolate to sweet and sour to just hard candies and a mix of things. So are you guys ready to get into it?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm also excited.
But I'm also, this is going to be my controversial episode.
Absolutely.
This will be the controversial episode for me.
Yeah, if you didn't already love Steph today, you might extra love her for her controversial opinions.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We'll get to it when we first start.
We have the categories for the ranking as always, which is S rank, which means like it's top tier, perfect kind of thing. A rank, which means it's great. B is it's pretty good, it's pretty darn good. C is average, middle of the road. D is bad, and F is dog water. Abysmal. I was like trying to read. So it's a pre-created
Sure.
tier list for me, and I was like, "What's Abby Small?" It's
really
abysmal. Okay, so we will just go into the first candy that I see on this list, and that is a 100-gram bar.
Ooh, very classic. I think these were all traditional Halloween candies you would find in like a trick-or-treat bag, right?
Yeah. Something you would most likely get trick-or-treating.
Okay, F. Okay, my reasoning. My reasoning. I'm starting it off controversial. Yep. We're starting off hot.
Strong. The love
controversially because I do not like chocolate. So
which is just a wrong take.
Well, it is.
And here's the thing. I'm going to be putting probably all the chocolates in F. So because of this, I will play it fair.
Sure.
I will let you two decide on the chocolate ones.
Oh, that's fair.
Question, I guess.
I think so.
Yes.
Without diving too deep, is there a reason you don't like chocolate? Like, is it the taste of chocolate, I assume? I mean,
okay, so let me yes, before we fully get into deciding where the 100-gram bar goes on the list. I used to eat chocolate as a kid. I loved chocolate. I used to really like Reese's.
Okay.
But as I grew up, and not even like teenager, it was just sometime during elementary school.
Sure.
I just stopped enjoying eating it. Like I would still eat it, but I just was like, oh, this isn't as good as I remember. I don't know if that's from like candy companies getting cheaper or if it was just, I don't know, my taste buds changing as I was growing. And the more I ate it, I was like, ugh, I don't really like this. And I just stopped eating it. That's now, crazy. There have been times that I have tried chocolate again, not often, but I have tried it and I just still don't really enjoy the taste of it. And part of that too is I don't even like the smell of it. Wow. I don't like chocolate scented things like candles. I can't stand the smell of chocolate candles. I can't stand like chocolate just in a store smelling like a section or anything like that. Right. And I don't even like things like white chocolate, dark chocolate, like the variations. Don't like any of that.
Well, I was going to ask about like the very like heavy cacao, like, 75%, 85%.
Yeah, nope. And same thing, like I said, this was kind of progressing through elementary school into middle school. So I was still trick-or-treating at that time. Yeah. So whenever I would go trick-or-treating, most of the times when I was starting to not like it, I would just give away, half, if not 2/3 of my candy bag, either to like my friends I trick-or-treated with or like my sister or my family. So most of my trick-or-treating was just like the non-chocolate items.
That sounds so sad.
So I think just so it's fair, because I don't want the F for me to contribute overall to the list.
Absolutely.
I will just abstain.
That's fair.
That makes perfect sense.
So you guys will then decide the 100-gram.
So I was going to say, so unfortunately it feels like half this list is chocolate related and the first 4 out of 5 are chocolate. So we'll try to get these quick. 100-gram bar, I think it's almost a perfect candy, honestly.
What?
It's something I've grown to love over the years. And I didn't eat my first 100 gram until high school.
It's an old person candy bar.
Is this the one that has peanuts in it?
No, no. This is.
I don't think I've ever had 100-gram, to be honest with you.
A 100-gram bar. Let's
you gotta look it up real quick.
Because I know what it is. I think for the most part, it's chocolate, caramel, nougats. Let's see. So just say it on the bar itself.
Yeah. While Sam's looking that up, I have a quick question for you, Steph. Did you start liking coffee around the same time you started disliking chocolate?
No, I hadn't had coffee until I was 18 years old.
Oh, because I would think that maybe you're like, oh, I just really like more bitter things now, and you lost that sweet tooth, and you're like, oh, I just like this coffee so much now.
No, I always liked the smell of coffee, like whenever my mom would make it, but just I never tasted it, never did that until I went on like a date. So
that's wild.
It was like my first date with my husband was getting coffee, and I had to have him order it for me because I didn't know
that's so
what
I'm surprised
to get.
he didn't just get you a black coffee, knowing him.
Got to start off strong, you know?
So a 100 gram bar is chewy caramel and milk chocolate with crispy crunchies on the outside. It's very simple. It's a very tasty bar. It's actually, I don't know, it sounds like it would be overly sweet, but in my opinion, it's like perfect. It's so good.
No.
I mean, I have no opinion, but like I feel like the little the crunchy bits is interesting.
Yeah, like a crunch bar. Yeah, like the little Rice Krispies.
Right. So that makes me think like it's just trying to be a rip-off Kit Kat bar or a Crunch bar.
What? No, it's got the caramel.
It's just sad. It's old.
Boo.
I've only seen
take.
Old people eat it. And
Where you
Sam, you're the oldest of us, so
where are you putting it?
I'm putting it at D. I really do not care.
All right, so we're just going at B.
No.
Yeah, you said D and I said S, so B is in the middle.
I guess that's fair.
That is in the middle.
Absolutely. Next is Three Musketeer. I think this is a very B bar.
What? Oh my goodness.
It's just nougat and chocolate.
Absolutely not. This one was my favorite chocolate candy bar as a child. And if we're like going back to our trick-or-treat days, it's gotta be S because that marshmallow is so perfect.
There's no marshmallow.
Well, it's like marshmallow-y kind of. Yeah, but it's like so light and airy that it almost feels like you're eating and biting into a marshmallow, but it's like better than a marshmallow. And the chocolate is just a thin layer on the outside, so like it's not too much. It's so good.
I will say, out of all the chocolate bars, like just looking at packaging, I hate the packaging for it.
Yeah.
I hate how
you
it
don't
looks.
like the silver?
I agree.
No, I hate that. I hate the silver and red combo.
Well, do you know why it's called the Three Musketeers? Fun fact.
Oh, no, inform me.
So I was told this by my aunt, who also is a big fan of Three Musketeers, is when they originally were marketed, they came in 3 different flavors because they're the 3 amigos, you know, chocolate, strawberry, and then like vanilla, which is the one that we still have today, the more vanilla, generic, nougaty flavor one.
Oh,
interesting. Which is the most popular one.
I mean, I think it's like honestly like a very good to average candy bar, so I'll throw it at C.
Oh my gosh.
To weight down your S rank.
What? You gonna put it at F then?
No. I said to weight down. I said I'm at C. What are you at?
Oh, I see S because I'm going back to my trick-or-treater days.
Steph, A or B? We'll just let you decide.
B, because I don't like the packaging.
All right, fair enough.
Fair.
All right, next, this one's for all of us. This is a group effort here. This is Airheads.
Well, I guess it depends on the flavor, but Airheads are so nostalgic for me. Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go first.
I would say B. I think they were like pretty classy. I feel like sometimes they were hard to eat or like
true.
I like if I saw an Airheads now, I would just not. But I feel like trick-or-treating is very hype getting an Airheads.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to think in terms more so of trick-or-treating.
Yes.
Airhead was one of those candies that I don't know if you guys like in school had like, oh, you get a reward for doing this or whatever. You get a little thing, and teachers had like small, like fun-sized candies. I would always pick an Airhead if it was an option.
See,
even
like
though,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say, even though like I wasn't super excited to get them trick-or-treating, it was still a very good candy.
I feel like I liked the smaller versions, not the full-size ones.
Okay, fair.
I'd say B. I think it's a pretty good candy.
Larissa?
So I will say, Airheads always felt like the cool teenager, older kid candy to me when I was an actual, like, literal child, because the marketing for those commercials made it seem so edgy. Do you guys remember that?
Oh, yeah.
So based off of the marketing and the nostalgia, I want to put it at A. If I was going to rank it as an adult today, most of these candies are probably going to be F, but, you know.
I'll go B with Steph. I think it's a good candy, and that's what B is. It's good. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's like superior or anything. But all right, next, Steph, sit back. We got Almond Joy.
I absolutely hate coconut shavings.
Same.
So F.
I don't hate coconut overall as a flavor. Like there's certain things I like coconut as a flavor in, especially like drinks and stuff like that. But yeah, as far as candy goes, I just stay away from my chocolate. And Almond Joy, if I ever see you in my house, I'm going to throw you away.
I was going to say, I also hate coconut flavor stuff.
Oh,
like
sweet. Steph's on the
so it's
F board. Yeah. All right. That was easy. So next is Baby Ruth. Let me be honest with you real quick. I don't think I've ever had a Baby Ruth. I think I would like a Baby Ruth as an adult. As a kid, it was always the candy I gave to my dad, said, here, I don't want this. But I think I would like it. I think it's just a payday, right? It's just peanut butter or peanuts and chocolate, I think, for the most part.
I don't know what it is. I've never had it.
It is
peanuts. Is this
dry roasted peanuts, rich caramel, and smooth nougat.
Oh, so this is the one I thought the 100 grand was, basically.
Yeah. I'm going to eat a Baby Ruth today. I think I'm going to go to the store and get one.
But what about trick or treat?
Larissa, thoughts on the Baby Ruth?
So yeah, Sam, I think in reality, your love for the 100 gram bar is only because you have not had a Baby Ruth bar. Because I too hated it as a child because I was like, anything with nuts in it,
Yep.
Toss it out, garbage.
Absolutely.
But as an adult, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try one because my parents, they love to do trick or treats for like different organizations they belong to. They don't really do it as much anymore. But back in the day, you know, when I was done, they had some leftover ones. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. I'm going to be brave. You know, how brave of me to try a Baby Ruth
Absolutely.
bar.
What a brave boy.
And so, oh my goodness, it's just a Three Musketeers bar, but better for adults because the nougat is very similar. And the nuts and the chocolate just give it an extra level of decadence. So yeah, I feel like once you taste that Baby Ruth, Sam, you're going to kick that 100 gram out the door. So I'm going to give it an A. It is really solid chocolate bar.
Honestly, haven't eaten it, but based on the description and the look of it, even though I haven't had it, I think I'm going to go A also. I think this is going to be a great... I think it's a Snickers and a Three Musketeers had a little love child or you know, and maybe 100 grand is like a very supportive uncle or something like that.
Yeah, I agree.
So it's going to go in the A category. All right, next up, Steph, you're back in the game.
Ooh, okay.
We have what looks to be Blow Pops.
Oh, that's S. With the gum inside, S tier.
Oh, yeah. It might be the worst gum you've ever had, but it is the most fun candy. Absolutely.
As a kid, I loved that.
Yeah, S tier. Like, you would have to, like, trade good candy for that.
I know your husband, he made comments knowing that we were doing this episode, saying that he was just going to listen to your opinions on it stuff, but he was going to be mad regardless.
That's fine. It happens every time we do a tier list.
Absolutely. So yeah, Blow Pops S. I think they're great. I mean, I think they should be up there with 100 grand, but all right. Next on our list is another chocolate bar of sorts. So Steph, I apologize in advance.
Good.
The next one we have is Butterfingers. Don't lay a finger on my Butterfinger. It's okay. I think I don't like how hard of a candy it is. Like when you have to like really crunch and dig into it. I've always thought they were okay. I ate them as a kid. I eat them as an adult. They're fine.
So I'm mad at little Larissa because I just assumed because of the marketing and there's a peanut shell on the wrappers sometime, especially in the 2000s, that it had nuts in it. So I was like, throw that ish out of here. It does not have nuts. If you were ever concerned about that, try it. It's fantastic. I know that the texture is a little hard to get through and it does stick to your teeth and the roof of your mouth. But if you're willing to look past that, I love the waferness of it. It almost reminds me of like a Nutty Buddy. That's one of my dad's favorite like little treats. And so I'm just like, oh, it's a mini pint-sized version of that, but like with more chocolate. I have to give it an A. I love it so much.
Oh, well, we can't do that. So I was saying C, you were saying A, so I guess it's going to B for Butterfinger with all the other...
There you go, B for Butterfinger.
Chocolate we have so far pretty much besides Baby Ruth. All right, next is candy corn.
F, immediate.
F.
Sorry, I was just so gross. I hate the taste of it.
I don't even think it's gross. I just don't like it. Like, and it's weird too because if it's sitting out in like a candy dish at someone's house, I'm like, yeah, I'll have a candy corn, and then I eat it. And I'm like, man, this feels like I'm just straight up eating plastic that happened to be flavored.
Ew,
it's like,
no, I can't.
It's like if a LaCroix can passed a piece of plastic and was like, we'll give you some flavor. That's candy corn for me.
Controversial opinion because I know that we as a generation have decided to hate candy corn.
Yep.
I think it's average. I think it's good. I think if you eat 5, that's all you need, but it's an enjoyable little delight. And
that's crazy.
I know. I used to hate it as a kid too, because it was like, why would you give this to me? This is not chocolate. This is not something sour, not something fun. But I like the subtle flavor now as an adult. So sorry, guys.
But it's 2 Fs.
Yeah, it's 2 Fs. It's going to F. I'm sorry. All right, candy corn and F. All right, next one. I think I have a controversial take on this, but I'll hear you guys out first. the caramel apple suckers. The apple candy sucker coated in a hard caramel stuff.
I hate that. I hate that taste.
Okay. You guys are on
I knew Larissa was going to say this was S. I knew it.
Because this, hands down, is probably my favorite Halloween candy. Because
that's crazy.
You don't see it in the stores until Halloween. So it's got that novelty.
That's true. But this was also given away with all my chocolate.
This was one of those ones I'd like eat a bite of and be like, yeah, I'm good.
No, see, I am a huge fan of green apple. I love sour candy. So just to put something a little like sweet and savory on top of that, give it to me. S tier.
I love the green apple too, but I hate the caramel over it. No, I don't like that combination.
It's so good.
So I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's F, but I don't think it's S. I'm right in the middle. Larissa, you're S. Steph, you're F. I think we should just throw it in C to be safe.
Yeah, we can put it there. Average. That's fine.
I know that's going to upset some people, but next on the list, what is this?
Oh, it's the packing peanuts.
Oh, circus peanuts.
Yeah,
circus peanuts. The orange packing peanuts that are candy. Yep. Dude, this is S. I had these growing up a lot with my grandma. She would buy them at I don't know, little store or whatever. Sure. Maybe
that's
one of those like Hostess outlet stores. Yeah, and she just would buy these for me, and they were fantastic. I know a lot of people hate them and think they're an F tier candy, but I love them.
I'll be honest, I've never eaten one, nor do I ever recall receiving one for trick or treat.
It's a very like hardened marshmallow texture. I'm trying to compare it to something else you might have had. I mean, it kind of tastes like if you were to try to, like the texture would be like if you put Play-Doh in your mouth and you try to eat it.
Ew.
But like
ew,
good soft
ew.
Play-Doh. Good soft Play-Doh.
You're helping yourself. So, Steph, I can help you with a description real quick because I have also partaken in it. And, your grandma's...
Partaken in the circus.
I have. And this is the way you should describe it.
I've dabbled.
Because, Sam, I love your grandma. May she rest in peace. But she's going to roll over in her grave because the way they taste is exactly how you think packing peanuts taste.
They're banana flavored.
No, it's terrible.
They are banana flavored, which is weird because they're orange.
I'm going to have to abstain because I've never had them, nor do I remember having them for trick or treat.
Okay,
so
I'm saying S. You're saying F. We'll throw them in C.
Okay, so
average. Great.
I know people want these in F. I understand. I get it. Next is the classic Crunch Bar. Steph, I know. I'm sorry. Chocolate.
That's all right.
I think a Crunch Bar is a great candy. I don't think it's the best. I don't think it's average. I think it's a good to great candy.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
It's simple. It's easy. It's better than a Hershey bar.
It was always top 3 for me as a child. Always behind Three Musketeers and Reese's. So
right.
Yeah, and now as an adult, I had it not that long ago. But something about that chocolate now tastes so metallic-y in combination with the like crunches. I can't eat it anymore. But
this is trick or treat candy.
Yes, exactly.
You get trick or treating.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
Well, not that.
I think it's easily A. I think that's fine because it's not S. It's not better than like some of the other chocolates, but it's definitely better than a Three Musketeers.
I can't stand that. A Crunch Bar is definitely worse than a Three Musketeers bar. I know. I can't handle that.
No. This has to go in A.
No. I feel okay with B.
I feel like I should bully you into A, but you're my wife, so I'll put in B for you.
Thank you. You put one of my favorite candies at B rank and at C rank already, so.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right, so next we're back with stuff, and we have dots. These are the little gumdrop candies, kind of like like a harder gummy candy.
I hate them.
Wow.
They'd be F.
Wow.
I hated them as a kid too, but I'll compromise and say D.
Wow,
okay,
the love I feel from the listener stuff.
I'm sorry.
Do they love you
I will say
chocolate?
I know. I was a very picky kid, if you haven't been able to tell. But I would say it's better than candy corn, so I would compromise and put it in D.
Growing up at a movie theater, these were like my go-to, and then probably somewhere around the age of like, I don't know, 7 or 8, I stopped eating them. And I don't know why. Like it was probably for like a year or two. They were my favorite candy.
They were always given away with like trick or treating. They were always in trick or treating.
They keep going down on my list. I'm actually cool with D also. D for dots.
D. I will still eat these as an adult. Because
when's the last time you've had dots?
Last year. For Halloween, when there was extra in the grab bag at my mom's house. Okay,
so 2 of us are saying D.
I want it at B.
That's great.
That's
crazy.
C.
So it's at D.
No.
Oh yes, because we both said it. Outranked.
So next is Double Bubble Bubblegum, the classic blue and yellow wrapper with the pink gum inside.
A classic for Halloween candy. It's an A. I don't think it's as good as the blow pop gum, but I think it's great. I always loved it as a kid.
Absolutely. I always separated my candy. As a kid, we'd get the candy back home, dump out the bags, and then separate it like, okay, here's like my chocolates, here's my non-chocolates, here's my gum, and then here's everything to give to my dad that I don't want. I
did that exactly, but just half of it was chocolate to the side.
And bubblegum was like the best thing if I could get it. It was so good.
I would say
I feel A. Yeah, absolutely. Larissa?
Controversial opinion.
Whoa.
I feel like I have to say this because I too enjoyed Double Bubble as a kid, but strictly for blowing bubbles because it's definitely the best to blow bubbles
absolutely.
with. But I would try to challenge myself to blow the biggest bubblegum bubble ever. And so I would put like 3 in my mouth at a time. And so now, for the sake of my jaw, I want to say, I'm so sorry, jaw. I should have never done that to you. We're going to have to rank it at C because not only did it break my jaw now as an adult, whenever I chew gum, that's even slightly hard, it gives me an immediate headache. So
that's fair. Unfortunately, it does have to sit at A because 2 out of 3 say A.
No.
I know I get it B for bubblegum, but I'm sorry, it's A for this is pretty good. Yeah, yum. Okay. Next on the list, it looks like it's just the classic Dum Dum suckers that old man gives you one of with a penny tied to it.
Yeah. I think it's pretty average. I think C, it's a classic candy. Ooh, C for classic.
C for classic.
Right?
I like that.
Yeah, C for classic. Yeah,
I think they're great, okay. But like a blow pop sucker instead of a Dum Dum, like that is like, ooh. You know what? To me, it makes sense to have it just kind of average.
If you go to the doctor's office and there's a bowl of Dum Dum sitting out or a bowl of blow pops, you know which one you're going for.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Wow, we all agreed.
Yeah. Did you guys ever collect the wrappers and trade them in for like the little prizes and stuff?
What?
No.
You never heard
I know
of
you
that?
can. I know you can.
Yeah. I never did either. So I was curious to see if you guys like actually were like follow through with it and mail it out. I did collect the wrappers for like a month or 2, and then I just was like, I can't actually mail them in, so I never got
What was your favorite flavor of Dum Dum?
The obvious one.
The mystery.
Wow, interesting. Green apple, duh.
Oh, mine was butterscotch.
Ew, I don't like that
flavor. No wonder you put 100 gram up so high.
Specifically love butterscotch. I don't know why. All right, we're moving on. Next one we have might be the most fun one up here because its name is Fun Dip.
I loved it as a kid.
Same.
Oh my gosh.
S tier.
It is S tier. Just like, because there was a lot of it. I would say S tier.
Yeah, this was one of those candies where it's like, if you got it, like you were a somebody. You had made it in the world.
I would say, yeah, as like trick-or-treating, that was like the best thing to get. And there was just a lot of powder. You know, and then you could eat the stick after. It was just fun.
My teeth currently hurt thinking about indulging in it because I also loved them. But immediately, even as a child, I would eat like only half of it because I got sick to my stomach. Kind of like those pink sugar cookies, you know? So I developed a hate for it. So I will abstain.
Okay, so S. That's 2 S's.
Woohoo.
Nice. That's where it belongs. Okay, next on the list is Gobstoppers. Let me tell you real quick about Gobstoppers before you guys give yours. I wasn't allowed to have them as a kid because they were a choking hazard. And all the cool kids at bowling on Saturdays ate Gobstoppers. And I was so jealous. And then my mom finally let me have Gobstoppers once and I choked on it.
Oh my God.
Oh, she was right the whole time.
She was right.
Wait, you choked on it?
I did. It was like the first Gobstopper I put in my mouth I choked on.
That's crazy.
And I think it was probably like, I don't know, 3 or 4 years later, probably until I was like 12 or something, that I had another Gobstopper for the first time. And I was like, dang, these are so good.
I don't think I've ever seen it in my trick-or-treating bag.
No,
I was just
not
gonna
a
say,
trick-or-treating bag.
I'm going to say D, bad.
I don't think they're bad candy. I think if I got them in a trick-or-treating bag, I would have been ecstatic. But overall, just as a candy, I think they're okay. They're average.
I'm going to agree with Steph on this one, just because we're falling back to our little versions of ourselves. And I was not excited to get any like, oh shoot, what's the other version of like Gobstopper? Like, what's the name of it? The like the hard candies or whatever. Yeah, there's another.
I don't know which one you're. Jawbreakers.
Jawbreakers. Yes, thank you. Oh my goodness. Whenever I got a Jawbreaker, I was like really disappointed because it's not fun.
I also Jawbreaker's not on the list, but I remember I watched a lot of Ed, Edd n Eddy growing up for whatever reason, and they would always, that was their thing, is their end goal was to make money through some sort of scam to go buy Jawbreakers. But in the show, Jawbreakers were like the size of a basketball that would fit in your mouth. And I always thought as a kid, this must be the greatest candy of all time because these kids are willing to commit murder and scam people for a Jawbreaker. And then I had one and I was like, I am so disappointed.
Same. Yeah. All right, what's next?
So Gobstoppers are at D. Next is Gummy Bears.
No. S tier.
If we're gonna keep it to what it actually is, the Haribo Gummy Bears, there's a difference, okay?
Yeah, I mean they're Haribo Gummy Bears. Yeah.
I don't like the little Haribo trick or treat size, fun size ones. They're too hard. It broke my teeth all the time.
That is very true, actually. Now that Larissa says that, I swear every time I got them in a fun size, they were always stale.
Yeah,
I loved them. I love that.
Big bag from Walmart, yeah, S tier, but trick or treating, C.
No.
No, I liked that they're a little more chewy.
No,
I loved
terrible.
That. What a freak.
Yeah.
All right, so Steph's saying S. Larissa, what'd you say?
F.
F, and I say
I
C.
hated it.
Okay,
we'll throw them at C.
All right. That's
C
fair.
for candy.
They're pretty common.
Oh, C for common.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, next is the classic straight candy bar, the most boring candy bar on the earth. We just have the Hershey's candy bar.
I was so sad whenever I got a little Hershey's fun size bar because it came with the Twix with it as well, and you're like, wow, I could have had the Twix bar instead I have this garbage. So C. It's fine.
Yeah, it's the most C for chocolate because that's what it is. It's just chocolate. But now, hold on. The next candy on the list is the Hershey's Cookies and Cream Bar. Now, you get this trick-or-treating. You're like, okay, somebody spent money. Somebody was thinking a little bougie. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll go B. It's
B.
not that good. But
B for better, but not good.
B for better. That's funny.
All right. So the next one on our list is Hot Tamales.
Hot tamales, I'm sweating. Woo. I've never had them before, so I don't know what they taste like. I don't think I've ever got them trick or treating.
So wait, Larissa, I'm sorry, you said F?
I said F multiple times. It reminds me if you guys are like, oh my goodness, I can no longer have Fireball whiskey because of my college days and I had too much of it. If you haven't had one, they taste just like that. So F.
I don't see them on this list, but one of my favorite candies growing up was Atomic Fireballs because my dad would get them from, I don't know if from his work or he would just buy them and he loved them. So we would all eat one at the same time and see who could suck on it the longest before spitting it out. Obviously, I was the youngest kid, so I spit mine out first, but it was just nostalgic and fun. Hot Tamales, Steph, are like Mike and Ike or a Good and Plenty's. They're little pill candies, chewy, gummy, but they're just cinnamon flavored. Yeah. Ew. I'd say D.
I would say F. Oh.
Okay, we'll put them in F.
I've never had them before.
I know your husband's going to be upset. I feel like this is an S candy for him.
It's garbage.
All right, next on the list. Hold on, let me look. What is this?
Jelly beans.
They're jelly beans.
As a kid, the fun packs where you got the Burt's Bees ones or whatever, where they were grass and vomit and popcorn.
Oh, those are fun. I wouldn't say it's as bad as candy corn, so I'm going to say D, bad. I never wanted these.
I am shooketh. Jelly Bellies are top tier candy for non-chocolate related candy. Wow. Okay.
No, absolutely not.
Legitimately heartbroken. I think it's an A. It deserves it.
No. I was gonna say comparing bubblegum to jelly beans. I'm like, nah.
Whoa, no. Oh my goodness. Jelly Bellies are leagues above a double bubble.
That's crazy.
Yikes. See, I'm with Steph on this one because if I think back to my childhood and I think to Easter, we would always get jelly beans scattered throughout our Easter basket. And I'd be like, well, I'm just going to throw it away with the grass, I guess.
No!
Yeah, I was the same way.
You're breaking my heart. They're putting it at D?
Fine every once in a while, for a little thing. Sorry. Two of us say D. I'm sorry, Larissa.
Right, it's fine. Just
we can make it a Larissa list after. All right, the next is one of those S tier candies.
Yes, absolutely.
It is a Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Rancher
I
is
agree, S.
So good.
Just real quick. We all agree it's S. What's your favorite one?
Green apple.
Oh, grape.
You weirdo.
Oh, a dark horse in the mix.
Yeah, I know. I loved the grape flavor.
Those ones I left for the end.
This was one of the grape flavored things that I actually really enjoyed.
That's true. It was the best grape flavored things.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next was my go-to movie candy, probably from the age of 9 to 12. Yeah. was Junior Mints.
I'm shook because you don't like mints. Like with
I don't.
chocolate.
I don't know why. There was a dark few years of my life where I liked Junior Mints a lot, and now I can't stand mint stuff.
Wow. I mean, I love my mint chocolate chip ice cream, but something about this Junior Mints is nasty.
Oh yeah, stuff they're chocolate coated. You don't like Junior Mints, do you?
No, I don't think I've ever even eaten them before.
It tastes like an after dinner mint, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, it doesn't. Okay, Auntie's after mint chocolate, so much better.
You're saying F, and I'm saying C, so we'll throw them in D.
Yeah.
Okay. Next up on the list is a Kit Kat.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
Don't get us sued. I'm bleeping it all out. All right.
A.
Yeah, absolutely. Kit Kat is a top tier chocolate. It's fun. It's fun breaking them a piece, breaking them apart. And,
it's a social candy.
Yeah, you get the little crispy wafers in there. They're delicious.
Yeah.
Sorry, Steph, you'll never experience the flavor of Kit Kat, but it is yummy.
That's all right.
All right, next on the list is a classic trick-or-treat candy. I feel like I've always get at least like 8 of these in my bag.
Right.
Laffy Taffies.
Like the jokes written on the wrappers.
Loved that. That was great.
Yeah, like the jokes written on the wrappers. Stop there, Larissa, because they're fantastic. Those jokes are comedy gold.
I would say D. I didn't really care for them. The only one I liked was the green apple one, and then I would try to pawn the rest off.
I'm gonna say C. I think they're pretty average. I never enjoyed eating them, but I would eat them.
I was gonna say B because very nostalgic. I love the banana flavored one. The jokes were great. So I say B. Steph says C. Larissa says D. So they're going in C.
Okay.
All right. Next is Lemon Heads.
S tier.
Yeah, you're crazy.
I am crazy.
I would say
I'm saying F.
D or F. Yeah. I was like, I do not like those.
You know what to say for Larissa to help her out? I feel safe throwing them in D.
D. Okay.
I feel like that's a valid opinion to have, but I was the kid that would love eat 6 warheads in one sitting. So.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I like sour candy, but it's just a boring candy.
No, I love that you can chew it and the chewingness of it after it gets a little soft. It's such a pleasurable experience. I love it.
All right, so the next one on our list is Lifesavers, but I'm gonna include gummy Lifesavers as well. So it's depending on how you want to.
Different things.
I know, but I only see one Lifesavers on here, and gummy ones are better than the hard ones.
They are better. I agree.
I would say B. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I'd say B too. I think it's
B for buoys because they kind of look like a lady.
They do look like buoys.
Hence the name. Actually, do you know why they're called Lifesavers?
I do, but go ahead.
It's so they don't choke, right? So you can breathe through
No, it's because somebody named them that. All right, next one is M&M's. Just classic chocolate, regular M&M's.
B.
A. This is an. I was almost gonna say S. It's such a good candy. They're so fun. It's a great little trick or treat candy because you always get the little snack bags.
I will say I used to eat these when I did like chocolate. I'd say C. Because I do remember eating these specifically. So
okay, that helps out.
See their average, yeah.
I said A. Larissa said B. You said C, so we'll put them in B. B for best candy in the B category so far. Besides Crunch Bar. Oh, no, it's tough. B category is really strong. All right, next up is the Mike and Ike's.
F. I do not like those. That was just immediate for me.
Yeah, Mike and Ike's. It's such a... I think this was definitely one of those candies. I don't even know if I opened it up. I would eat maybe every once in a while, but they're so... I don't like any of those pill candies, like the hot tamales or the Mike and Ike's are good and plenty's. This is definitely F or D. Larissa, I'm curious on what your thoughts are on this.
A tier. I don't want to hear any of that slander anymore.
Whoa.
Oh my goodness. It's the fruity flavors. Oh my goodness. I love the capsule delivery of these candies. I just hate hot tamales because it's hot garbage. But give me more Mike and Ike's. Oh,
all right, we got two.
I still stand by F.
I was saying D and you said...
I said A.
A, so I guess we have to throw them in D.
We can do D.
Yeah, they should probably be an F, actually.
Rude.
All right, so next up is Milk Duds. What an interesting, fun candy. I know.
I hated the boxes of candy for trick-or-treating. The little boxes that you shake.
I love shaking them.
No.
Shaking was fun. Milk Duds is such a weird candy that exists because it feels like it shouldn't be chewy, but it is.
Yeah, I hate it.
And it's the chewiest candy.
It's so bad.
I'm going to put it in C for chewy.
No, it's got to go in F. Ugh.
So D.
I mean, it's chocolate, so I'm not saying
D
anything.
for Duds.
No, I hated Milk Duds. I literally wouldn't even attempt to eat it. I would just throw it out.
That's fair. Now we have what was for the longest time in history my favorite candy bar, probably until college actually, which is the Milky Way.
You're crazy. I think it's B. It's very average.
B for best candy? Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Steph, you do not like.
No.
Abstaining.
I will say S so that it can sit in A.
Stop.
You're saying B. I think it's honestly one of my favorite. It's so good. The caramel is perfect in it. The chocolate is great. It's such a good candy bar. You can't go wrong. Like, what's wrong with chocolate and caramel?
I don't disagree with you, but they kind of like freak me out because don't they have the ones with the peanuts in it too?
No.
Oh,
I've never had a peanut Milky Way. They used to have Milky Way Midnight, which was dark chocolate, which was really good too.
Oh, yeah, no, never mind. I for some reason thought they had nuts in it as a kid, so I also was like scared of them, so I didn't eat them. And then I tried it again as an adult, and I'm like, I don't like this chocolate. So,
okay. Well, I said S, Larissa said B, so they're going in A. All right. Next up is a Mr. Good bar. I don't fully know what's in this.
Yeah, me either. I think I may have had like one or two, but I was like one of those candies again where I was like scared. I was like, oh, is there going to be nuts in this?
It is. It's milk chocolate with peanuts.
No.
The only time I've ever seen a Mr. Good bar has been in fun size form with like, what are those little red ones?
Candy packs, right?
Yeah, but what, like, so there was
Crackle?
Hershey's Crackle. Yeah, which is essentially a crunch bar.
Yeah, Crackle's good. I like that.
I've never had this.
Something about this still
chocolate.
looks bad, even though it's got peanuts in it, and I know I would like it.
I mean, I feel like I like it as an adult. As a kid, it was F. So
I'll say D.
Yeah,
D.
That's fair.
Yeah, Mr. Good Bar. You're the only chocolate
just a Hershey's chocolate bar with nuts in it. So
in D so far. Yeah. Okay, next is what we are: a bunch of nerds.
Hey!
Whoa!
Insert laugh track. All right, nerds as a trick or treat candy, it's like a B or an A. I think it's a fun candy. Yeah,
it's S tier. I loved taking those like shots.
This is gonna be so controversial. F for me.
Wow,
I hated nerds.
Wow. Okay.
Like I said, any box candy I got, hated.
That's crazy. Nerds were so fun as trick or treating candy. I don't eat them today. I don't care for them.
No.
But as a trick or treat candy. Larissa's saying S. Mm-hmm. You're saying F. I'm saying B. I think we got to stick in B.
That's fair.
Right?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay. Next up is Payday. So, Steph, chocolate bar. Actually,
I was gonna say, I don't know if there's chocolate in it.
Is it just a peanut bar?
I think so.
Than anything else?
And so
you ever had a Payday, Steph?
No, I've never had one. I thought there was chocolate in it.
Hold on. Let's see. Oh, I'm getting a lot of the Payday video game, which is wild that's coming up.
I know more than the actual like candy.
Where's this?
Okay. Peanut caramel bar.
Peanut caramel. That's all it is. It's peanuts and caramel. Look at it.
You might have to try it, Steph.
I might have to try it. I didn't know that. I thought they were chocolate.
Nope. It's just a big old thing of nuts and peanut butter.
They're always with chocolate stuff, so it always looks like it's a chocolate bar
so
too.
So good. They're way better than Butterfingers by far.
I disagree. Totally disagree. I didn't eat them because they had nuts in them, but
have you had one since?
I have not.
Okay, so you have no opinion.
I have an opinion.
I'm silencing you.
Stop.
Well, if you've never had one, and Steph's never had one, I think my opinion's the only one that's valid here. Yeah, I'm gonna throw it in B with Butterfinger. I think it's a better Butterfinger, so B. It's so good.
All right, what's next?
Next is peanut M&Ms.
D.
Okay, I was gonna say when I did eat M&Ms as a kid, like early on, I thought those were better than the regular M&Ms.
And what did you say for original M&Ms? C. So you
B.
put.
Oh, did I say C?
Mm-hmm.
So I think so, yeah. Well, I think they're better. That was my opinion, but it's up to you guys too.
I think peanut M&Ms are I think it's such an average candy. I'll throw it in C. That's fine. Because that's what you said, Larissa, right? C or D?
I said D, yeah.
Steph said B, I said C. Yeah,
that's
C.
fine.
Next up is a fun trick-or-treating candy, Pixie Sticks.
Pixie Sticks!
S tier, easy for me. S.
They are the most 100%. Fun candy, too. S?
Those were like the first candies I would eat after trick-or-treat.
They were like a quick little shot of sugar, you know?
Absolutely. You saying S?
I can agree with that.
Did you ever have those cool friends that were like, oh, I can eat like 10 Pixie Sticks in one thing? Yeah. And I'm like, that's cool, yourself. Man. Enjoy the diabetes when you're older.
But do you remember the big tubes of them?
Yes.
You just like shoot them back
so
and like
good.
And you like spit it out because you like have a whole
Yeah, because you cannot do that
like,
physically.
But you guys could handle it. I definitely. Never mind. We're not gonna go there.
Did you ever do the cinnamon challenge?
No.
I remember in high school, me and my friend Tony were going to do the cinnamon challenge, and we were like doing a 3, 2, 1 countdown. And I don't know what happened, but he just went for it.
Oh no.
And then start choking right away and like throwing up cinnamon. And I was like, I'm not doing this. I don't need to prove anything. After I saw that, I'm not putting cinnamon in my mouth.
What's the next one?
Next one is Pop Rocks.
So fun.
S tier, easy.
Yeah. Pop Rocks.
That's fair.
It's so different. It's so unique. It's so fun.
It's that candy that you can just always go back to, and it's like even as an adult,
if
you were like 70 years old and you put Pop Rocks in your mouth,
true.
you're gonna have fun. 80 years old, I don't know, you might get scared. But all right, so Lorissa, you're also saying S for Pop Rocks, right?
I said A, but I'm fine putting it at S.
Okay,
perfect.
Next is Red Vines.
F. Easy.
F. Listen
so
here,
gross.
Red Vines. You're not Twizzlers, and you never will be. You shouldn't even be on this list.
Yeah, go ahead.
R for Red Vines. All right. Next up is the goat of Halloween candy, the goat of candy in general.
That's true.
It is Reese Cups.
S.
I would say S. Like I said, when I kind of explained early on, I said when I did used to eat chocolate, that was my favorite.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, you love peanut butter stuff, right?
The peanut butter, yeah.
Yeah, it's so good. Any form of Reese also, like if it's like the big cups, the thins, the little bite-sized mini ones, the pumpkin, the egg, they're all good.
Absolutely.
They're
totally
all good.
Agree.
Except for this next one, unfortunately, Reese Pieces.
You are hot garbage.
I
I loved it.
I was gonna say when I ate Reese's, I remember when they first like introduced Reese Pieces, and I was so excited, and then I was so disappointed.
What?
I would say like D bad.
What? No. I love when it came in a little capsule tube. I would save the tube after to put little knickknacks into it. I would shoot those back. Ugh.
I put pennies in my mini M&M's containers. Yeah, I get those. Good. You sure you're saying A?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say B. I think they're fun. They're fine, but if I was gonna have a Reese's product, I want a Reese cup. So Larissa said A. I said B. Steph, what'd you say?
I said D. I thought they were bad.
So are we good with B? Is that fine?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. I guess it'll do.
Okay. Next up is Ring Pops.
Those were S.
Absolutely. Not only can you wear them, you could propose to someone with it.
Oh, they were so fun. And they were actually pretty good at the time.
I liked Ring Pops. I think this was probably like, again, one of those fun candies. You're like, oh, the rich house is giving out Ring Pops.
Right.
They can afford fine jewelry.
Yeah.
Yeah, S. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. Okay, next, again, one of my favorite candies growing up. This might have been a 1 year. So, like I said, so there was Dots at the movie theater. Then Junior Mints took its place, and then I think Rolo's was there for a little bit before Milky Ways.
Man. Ew, no.
I love caramel and chocolate.
F.
Steph, you don't have an opinion. It's chocolate.
Yeah. But like, just so the audience remembers.
It's just caramel and chocolate. It's so good.
It's F. The caramel's not good. It's too chewy. It gets stuck in your
F?
teeth. Yeah.
I'm saying S. So is it a B or C?
Average? If you said S and you said F, that'd be in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, well, it'd be a CB, yeah.
CB.
C plus, B minus. All right, next on the list is Skittles.
S.
Oh, S. Easy.
No.
What?
Oh.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, what's controversial say I'm going to say?
This should have been in your controversial corner for today.
I like Skittles. Don't get me wrong. I like Skittles. But if I had to choose to get a little bag of candies as a kid in my trick-or-treat bag, M&M's over Skittles all day.
What?
No, that's crazy.
Chewy. There's so much artificial flavor.
No.
Garbage. Garbage take.
They can't go in S. They can't.
What?
They can't go in S.
They deserve
it's 2 S's.
my
Against yours.
God.
That's how we did that.
I know, and I know it's worked for a lot of other ones, and there's been a lot of complaints.
Only had it been on the list, had Sour Skittles been on the list, then I would have put it in A.
That's fair.
But Sour Skittles is not on this list, so we keep it in S.
See, okay, Sour Skittles would be A to S. Regular Skittles are C. It's the most boring candy.
That's
They're
crazy.
So average. You might as well have put Mike and Ike's up there.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what?
You
know what?
No, don't take. No.
I'm only willing to negotiate because I saw the next candy. Well, that might be controversial, but I would be willing to put it in A. Skittles.
I bullied the host.
I hate
bullied.
you.
That's okay.
You got to put up more of a fight, Larissa.
I guess
All right.
so.
What's the next one? Is that Smarties?
Smarties. This S tier, easy.
Interesting. I mean, I love a good Smartie, but I wouldn't say S tier.
That's crazy.
I would say A tier. Skittles are better than Smarties, so.
Yeah, as a Halloween candy.
See,
as a Halloween candy, Smarties are better than Skittles.
I think Smarties are better than Skittles.
You guys are insane.
Put up your fight. Put up your fight, Larissa.
It's just
So
chalk.
keep it an A, not S.
It's chalky dust sugar.
It's so good. That's why it's good. It's chalk. I love it. I literally would I'm not even kidding you. I would take the whole packet, dump them in my hand, and shoot it back. I'd shoot them all back at one time.
Absolutely. But Steph, I was on the fence between S and A. But then you said, I love them because they're chalky. They're going in A. If you would put up any other defense besides
I love it.
Chalk.
But I love that like dryness. And it's so good. I know. It's just weird. I like it though. Okay,
all right, next up is a chocolate bar. It's the chocolate bar, essentially, besides like Hershey's, everyone talks about. Snickers.
As an adult, B. As a child, F. So
yeah, absolutely same. I think because we're adults, I think we should put it in B, though.
Okay.
We're not children anymore.
That's true.
We're grown-ups. We're big boys. All right. Yeah, there was one of those peanut things.
Yeah.
Of course. Next up is Sour Patch Kids.
S.
I never got these in my bag. I just don't know if it was
You're too old.
a regional
That's
thing.
why.
No, I love
be.
Sour Patch Kids. Like,
I would say C. They're average. I don't think they're bad per se, but I never liked them all that much.
I
thought
love
there was
sour
better.
candy.
I thought I love sour candy too, but there was always better ones than just Sour Patch Kids.
I'm going to go A.
Okay.
So S, A, and C. What are we thinking?
B, like it's good,
Larissa?
right?
That's
Is that in the middle?
That's fine. Okay. Next up is Starburst.
So
S.
good. Yeah, I can say S for that. Everyone's got their favorite flavor.
Or I would say A.
I love how
So
whenever
sad.
like hold on. No, I know I love this. I love when like Larissa and I say like a letter together, or me and you say a letter together. It's fine. We're leaving it at that. But when when I have like any sort of you're like, okay, I can compromise. The poor boy is dying over there. No, what did you guys say? S?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll throw it there. That's fine. I think it's a
so
B
good.
candy.
Even the duos, like even if you got the fun size version, I was still excited to get it.
I think it's a B candy.
That's one. I will say Starburst is one I still eat to this day, and I don't eat much candy. So I would say, yeah, S. My initial.
All right, the next one is...
no,
sorry, I accidentally already put it there, but the next one is Swedish Fish.
F.
No,
F.
they're good. I'm so upset.
Okay, I'm gonna pull this up. Well, I'm gonna call some people out publicly on our podcast.
Oh,
Who
here
the
we go.
hell brought a just candy, a little bag, not a big bag? Who the hell brought that to my house and just left it
Sam did.
in the middle of the candy bowl?
Because-
Was that you?
Yes,
I told you last night I did.
yeah, because what
No.
happened, Steph, I could explain this, is at the first party when we went to, someone dressed up as a piñata, and that was one of
One
the
of our
candies,
listeners did.
yeah,
One of our
that they
listeners.
threw out, and she talked to us, and it was like, hey, I remember from a past episode that one of you guys absolutely hates this, and I couldn't remember which one it was, and I was like, yeah,
No
that's right.
way.
You guys, my co-hosts, are monsters, and they should appreciate Swedish Fish.
Oh my god, yeah, because now I don't know what to do with it, and it's just sitting in the house. I'm probably gonna throw it away or take it to school for one of the kids. But
By
like,
the way,
I hate it.
She's a S tier listener.
She is.
Ooh.
She always
Thank
talks to us
you.
about how she loves the podcast. Yeah.
Aw. Shout out to you, listener.
And so, yeah, your Swedish Fish, that's 2 and F. Larissa, I'm not giving you a pity party unless one like Steph would. Sorry. It might be worse than Red Vines.
That's terrible. Garbage.
yeah, it is.
opinion.
It is terrible. All right, next one is... Wait, I'm sorry. Where did you put it, though? Did you
I was
put
going
it
to put
S?
it at C.
Oh. Well, it's where it belongs in F, then.
Yeah.
F for fish. So next on our list is Sweet Tarts. Original.
S tier. I love those.
They're
Oh
so
my
good.
god, they're so good.
C.
What?
They're fine.
Ooh.
They're fine. What'd you say,
I
Larissa?
said A.
Okay, so A, C, and S, B, then? I guess because that's how exactly it was for...
Fine.
Yeah.
I think that's how it was for Sour Patch. Same one. Sorry, Steph. Next up is Tootsie Pops.
Tootsie Pops wish it could be Blow Pops. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, Tootsie Pops are sad blow pops.
They're D or F for me. They're not good.
Oh, that's right. There's chocolate in the middle.
Well, I remember getting them trick or treating, and I remember tasting them like even when I liked chocolate, and I was like, ew.
I have a little small piece of my heart for these because after we trick or treated at the end of the night, we would walk down the block across the street to my great uncle's house. Him and my great aunt lived on the main street, and we'd go there, and they would always give us a Tootsie Pop and a $1 bill.
That's so sweet.
It was so sweet because
Yeah.
we visited them on Halloween, and they were so happy to always see us dressed up and everything.
Yeah.
So B for boy, that was fun.
Yeah, I agree. I'm not gonna say Tootsie Roll Pops are bad. They just wish they could be Blow Pops.
Yeah, B for but they're not blow pops. You said B also, Larissa?
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Okay, sorry, Steph.
That's
All right, Next is, I don't even know if it's technically chocolate, Tootsie Rolls.
It's technically chocolate.
I don't know what it is.
I absolutely hate them. F.
Fun fact, the reason why Tootsie Rolls were created was because someone was upset that their chocolate kept melting in their car.
Oh, that's right.
So they created a chocolate that couldn't melt, and so that's what a Tootsie Roll is.
Tootsie Roll is a fun trick-or-treat candy. I was always happy to see them. I wasn't excited.
I was devastated when I saw them in my bag.
Steph would have like an anime breakdown where like the sad music would play and she'd start crying.
Well, thankfully, my little sister always loved them, so I would give them all to my sister,
good.
but I could not stand them.
Interesting.
I'm like D or F. I mean, personally F, but I would negotiate to D.
All right, well, that's kind of crazy. I would say C. I think it's very average, but
yeah, C. Yeah,
I would have passed on one.
Absolutely. All right, next. Sorry, Steph. It's a chocolate bar, but it is up there with one of the best chocolate bars with Reese's. It is a Twix bar.
S tier, baby.
Yes. Oh, sorry, listeners. We only have 4 left. Just so if you're like, oh my god, this episode's running long, it probably won't because I have a lot to cut out because Pico's barking a lot at some points.
Yeah.
But yeah, Twix S tier. I don't think I had a Twix until probably like 6th grade. Honestly,
same. I was scared of it because I thought there was peanuts in it because it seemed like an adult candy bar. But when I tried it, I was so happy I did, and it became my favorite candy bar, which it still is.
I remember my brother Max loved Twix. I think they were his like favorite candy as a kid, and I was like, I'm gonna stick with Milky Way. Like I wanted my favorite candy and wanted him to have his, so I think that's why I honestly didn't eat them. But yeah, no, it's an S candy. It's so good.
The cookie part, top tier.
So that means Milky Way and 100 grand should be close up there too.
No.
Okay, next on the list is Twizzlers.
F.
My grandmother is a huge fan of Twizzlers to the point where she would get them gifts for her birthday and chocolate, and she's got like the Twizzler pillows and the bags and stuff. So I will say C, strictly because I love my grandma.
She's got grandma tattooed in the form of Twizzlers across her back.
She definitely
That's crazy.
does, yeah.
It's the same as a red vine for me. F.
And what'd you say, Larissa? A?
C.
C? Oh, okay. I like Twizzlers. I was going to put them in B, so I'm fine with C.
Okay.
I think they're a fun candy. Next up, 2 left. Next one is Warheads.
Atomic Warheads.
That's
okay.
S.
Yes, S tier. Absolutely.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I love
This was one of those candies. I love sour candies. Believe me, I did.
Wow.
There's always that one kid in class who's like, oh, have you ever had the black Warhead? And I'm like, shut up. No. But they were fun. I would always say like a C or B candy for me personally.
Oh, I loved getting them. Like that, getting them trick-or-treating was like such a special treat because not many people would buy those for trick-or-treat. So I was always so excited. So for me, S. I always loved eating them.
Yeah, and I would literally like melt my like taste buds off because of the malic acid. Like I would eat like 6 of them in one setting and then like drink Capri Sun at the same time.
And then regret.
Yep. The Capri Sun intensified that like malic acid.
More acid.
It was a good regret though.
Absolutely.
You're saying S?
Yes.
What about you, Larissa? S?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I was at C or B, so S. I mean, if you guys both say S, I'll put them in S. Steph, is my pity working at all?
No. I already compromised on Skittles.
That's fair. And last but not least is Whoopers. And when you got these trick-or-treating, they always came in that little like 4-pack
They
tube.
did, and they kind of rattled around, and they were kind of the sad chocolate as a kid, but I've grown to really appreciate them, so I would say B.
Oh, see, I always thought they were a D candy. Like, even as a kid, as an adult, I was like, oh yeah, I mean, they're fine, but they're like, we want to be chocolate, but we just can't.
I see the packaging and the name of it, and I'm in my head, it's just going, wah, wah, wah.
Exactly. It's the saddest packaging for sure. Larissa, you said B.
Yeah,
I'm saying D
because I like.
I'll put them in C for
the biscuity part of it, the cookie.
I'll put them in C for chocolate wannabe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone else, this is the moment you've been waiting for. Our tier list is finished. We have finished ranking all, I think, like 67 candies. I know there was a lot to sit through, but I know we're your favorite podcast, and we're the funniest podcast on earth. And anyone who says otherwise just hasn't listened to us yet.
Yeah, this is the ultimate Halloween tier candy list. So why are you listening to anyone else? So
other podcasts like Distractable may have done this, but ours is supreme because we have women on our podcast, so we have diversity.
That's crazy.
It is crazy, yeah. All right, so in starting with the F rank and working our way to S, I will go through them all real quick.
Okay.
In F rank, we have Almond Joy, Candy Corn, Hot Tamales, Red Vines, and Swedish Fish. In D, we have Dots, Milk Duds, Mr. Goodbar, Gobstoppers, Jelly Beans, Junior Mints, Lemon Heads, and Mike and Ike's. In the C rank, the average rank, we have Tootsie Rolls, Twizzlers, Rolos, Circus Peanuts, Caramel Apple Suckers, Dum Dums, Haribo Gummies, Hershey's Bar, Laffy Taffies, Peanut M&Ms, and Whoppers. In the B rank, which is our biggest one, it looks like, with the most candies in it, it's the good rank, we have Sweet Tarts, Sour Patch Kids, M&M's Classic, Payday Bar, Snickers Bar, Reese Pieces, Crunch Bar, 100 Grand Bar, Nerds, Three Musketeers, Airheads, Butterfingers, Hershey's Cookies and Cream, Lifesavers, specifically gummy because we all decided they were better, and what looks to be the Tootsie Pops. In our A category, we have Baby Ruth, Smarties, Double Bubble Bubblegum, Kit Kats, Milky Ways, and Skittles. And then in our S tier, our God tier, our perfect candy tier, the ones we love to get the most, we have Reese's, Twix, Blow Pops, Fun Dip, Jolly Ranchers, Ring Pops, Pixie Sticks, Pop Rocks, Starburst, and Warheads. So it seems, just based on this list, based on who we are as people, we apparently as a podcast tend to prefer the more sour, like fruity candy flavors at the top, the more fun ones, and then the crap like Red Vines and candy corn at the bottom. Most of the chocolates are in the B category, it looks like. I mean, honestly, like 7 or 8 of the bars are in B.
The only ones that matter are the Reese's and Twix in terms of chocolate. So
and Milky Ways, yeah. So thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you for sitting through this tier list. I know you guys love the tier list episodes. We try to do them like once a month, it seems like, or once every 5 or 6 episodes, just because they're fun and there's so many things we can rank. So we'll probably do this in the future with movies and video games and anime and all that stuff, because starting next week, we are back into the good old nerdy episodes, and Steph will be hitting you with a banger. So you got to stay tuned and listen. And if you want hints, if you want updates, if you want anything like that, you got to stay tuned and follow us on social media at Shifting Tones Pod. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us all around the city. Get your binoculars out and look at us because we're so beautiful.
Wait,
don't
no.
stalk. Please don't.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, don't stalk us. No.
I was like,
Follow us only with your ears, in your ears and social media. And yeah, we will be posting a photo. It'll actually be the first photo of us, technically, on social media. The day this comes out, we'll be posting it on Halloween of our Halloween costumes. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Share it with your friends. Tell them how much you love Shifting Tones and how cool we are. You can follow us individually at Spiffy Steffi, at Larissa.Schaefer, and at Sir Captain Sam. Steph's got YouTube videos coming out. Larissa's been streaming on Twitch, and Sam's been sitting around being cute. Okay? So thank you guys so much for listening, and we are signing out. Bye.
Bye.